Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's your boy Marcus Elbow. Welcome to elbowMedia Studios. And if this is your first time, all we do over here is keep it crunk, man. Today we got another Cubasis 2 tutorial. And the last tutorial, man, it did great. A lot of views, a lot of comments. Cubasis even reached out to me and gave me some free stuff for Cubasis so I could talk to y'all about some of the other effects and some of the other machines that they have inside of Cubasis 2. So that was pretty cool. I want to thank them for doing that. Today, in this video, what we're going to do is we're going to look at how to take your BeatMaker 3 track and bring it into Cubasis 2, because like I told y'all in the last video, I like doing my music inside of BeatMaker 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it is the place to be when it comes to doing beats on iOS and on iPad. I'm sorry, but I do like the way Cubasis 2 is laid out as far as a DAW is concerned. So what we're gonna do today is we're going to look at how to take your track from BeatMaker 3, export it as stems, and bring those stems into Cubasis 2 so that you can start working on your track a little bit more, or you can start laying vocals down inside of Cubasis 2. Y'all already know how we do this, man. Let's get started. Let's get to it. All right, here we go. As y'all can see right here, I already got the beat done, and let's go ahead and take a listen to it. You know what I'm saying? A little something, something. Okay, so we're going to take that track and we're going to bring that track into Cubasis 2. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to create some stems so that we can bring it in, okay? So let's go ahead and see how you do that. And I do have a tutorial where I talked about how to do this, taking stems from BeatMaker 3 and putting them inside of GarageBand. I will leave a card here if you want to watch that, if you're curious on how to do that. But this method can be used for anything. You can actually create stems and take this to the studio if you like. It's up to you, or send it to the rapper or send it to another producer and have them work on it. It's really up to you how you want to do this. So let's go ahead and create those stems. So what we're going to do is we're going to push the menu button on the top left here, and as you can see, it looks a little bit different. I did do the update, and we will talk about the update in the future as far as what's new and what's been fixed. But as you can see over here, once you push that menu button, right over here to your right, you have export. So we're going to go ahead and hit that export. And when you hit that export, it's going to ask you MIDI export audio. We're going to do audio. Okay, and when we get to this screen, it's going to ask us, what do we want to do? Okay, so we want to do the whole song, which is 8 bars. And instead of doing a master, which could be an MP3 or a wave, we're going to do tracks. Okay, and right here is going to ask us, what tracks do you want to export? Okay, all you have to do is highlight the ones that you want to send out. Okay, I'm going to send just those 6 tracks out, because that's all I need. All you have to do now is push start export. It's going to say it's done. Then you click on share. And then you can share this with wherever and however you want, okay? But we're not going to share that because I've already created this file. So let's just go ahead and get out of there. And we're going to go into our files. And whenever you share it, you're going to be able to find the file wherever you put it. So if you decide to put it, you know, I don't know if you make a folder or wherever you want to put it at, but I would advise you to go into your Cubasis folder, go into audio, and then go into user. This is where you're going to want to put your exported file, because it's going to be a zip file. As you can see right here, the name of that song or that track is called Dark Hollow, and this is going to be the folder where those stems live at. And as you can see, they're all right here, right? And you're going to need to unzip that from right here, because if you try to open that inside of Cubasis 2, it's not going to work. So you want to go ahead and unzip that. And then once you unzip it, your folder is going to be here. Now let's go ahead and jump into Cubasis and see if we can find that file, or find those files or those waves. Okay. Now we're going to jump into Cubasis, right? We're in there right now. And we all know that, you know, when you first hop in, it's going to kind of start just like this, where, you know, you have your, you know, just a piano and an audio track and nothing else is really going on. Okay. Now, one thing I will tell you to remember is whenever you're in, you need to make sure to make it easy for you whenever you export this over to Cubasis 2. Remember what your tempo is, because that's going to be important whenever you're trying to get this track to loop right and to line up with anything you do in Cubasis. So let's head back over to Cubasis, and as you can see right here, my BPM is 173, the same thing it was over in BeatMaker 3. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my media, just like we talked about in the last video. And when I get into that media, I have all my different options here, but we're going to go into audio. And as you can see, soon as I pop in the audio, it has my file right here, Dark Hollow. Okay. And then once I open that up, all of my stems are right where they're supposed to be. And another thing you need to remember as well, you don't really need to know now, but you need to remember how many bars it was. And if I can remember correctly, it was 8 bars. So we already have one audio track. So all we got to do is click here, drag, and pop it right into there. Just that easy. Okay, let's go ahead and create a couple of more audio tracks. And the way we do that again is by adding a track here. We're going to go audio. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I think that should be enough. I think we have 5 tracks. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring the rest of them over. Okay, make sure you pop that right into place. Okay. Let's see. I think we do have 6. Okay. Let's bring this one over. All right. We're going to create one more audio track. Go ahead and delete this track right here just by hitting that delete button. Okay. And then we're going to bring that last track in. Okay. So now, as we go ahead and zoom in a little bit, or zoom out, however you want to look at it, all of our tracks are now inside of Cubasis 2. Remember, all we need to do is stretch out this is our loop cursor, okay? All we need to stretch that out, and our track should be ready to go. Let's take a listen to it. That's it. All right, and from here, you can continue to work on your track. Go ahead and hit that loop button so that you can go ahead and get your song to loop, and you are ready to record. It is just that simple to get your tracks over into Cubasis 2. And if you're ready to record, as you already know, we can go get a bass. We can go up here to our grand, and we can hit this little button right here to the left, which is for instruments. That will bring our instruments up. We can also go up here and hit the keys. We can go in there and look for us a bass, and we can really start working on that and get some things going real quick, like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, that was the first tutorial in many tutorials on how to get those stems in there and start getting ready to work on some music so that we can start working on creating tracks and getting vocals and getting all type of things in there. Okay. All right, guys. So I just really want to show you real quick how to take your BeatMaker 3 track, bring it into Cubasis 2 so we can continue to start working on trying to figure out what is our workflow from BeatMaker 3 to Cubasis 2. So if you figured that out, you got that. I hope you're good. We're going to work on some more things in the next tutorial. We're going to look at maybe working on another track and maybe putting some more stuff behind this and doing it that way and working with the sequencer and trying to get to understand how the sequencer work. All right, man. I hope this was valuable to you. I hope that you understand that in order for us to get to where we need to get to, we got to move in baby steps. So we had to learn how to do that real quick, and then now we're going to look at what we're going to do next. All right, so I'll see y'all in the next video. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.